Now, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the gear guy at Outdoor Photo. Hey guys, let's check it out. Hey guys, it's good to hear from Outdoor Photo, and we're messing about here in the studio, but I would love to tell you about this little thing in my hand. I'm a gear guy. I'm a gadget person. I mean, these shocks, headphones, wireless bone conducting stuff, they're incredible. How they work, they're phenomenal. It's the best headset I've ever had in my life, or the hands-free kit. But the crucial point around it is my approach to practical stuff, and how something like my number one tool when I go out to a shoot or wherever in life is as simple as a Leatherman. This Leatherman Skeletal is such a functional, designing, and a practical thing. Fits into my pocket. It's a knife, it's a can opener, it's pretty much everything I need if I'm out in the wild. And I have to be honest, Sennheiser dropped off this new wireless profile. Looking at it, obviously handheld microphone lacquer, but it's got probably the oddest handle or grip on it. So you've got a lacquer little touchscreen on the side there, you've got some buttons and everything else. It's got a little pop case at the top. It comes in a package with some cables and other doohickeys and everything else you need. So it obviously comes with all this standard stuff, and you also have this little screw thingy-madinguses so that you can actually stick it onto a table or a desktop tripod, or fix it onto one of these little guys. So depending on where you want to put it, it's versatile. You can stick it on, I pressed the button. Something came out. Oh, hold on. That's the receiver. If you want this connected to your camera, you just take out the cable in the packaging and you connect it onto your system with your camera. And hold on, it needs a hot shoe. Boom, everything's there. Do you want to connect it to a mobile phone? Is it lightning port? Is it USB-C? Or do you just want to slide it into your hot shoe on your camera with this little adapter? It's all neatly stored inside of this system. So that slides onto your hot shoe. You've got cable inputs and outputs, so you can run this straight into your camera. All of a sudden, you've got a wireless, oh, sorry, that came off. And so did this. Pops out, boom, external mic. You want a lapel mic? There you go. It's on. The moment you take this little thing out of this mic, it actually switches on and it starts working. Now you can record to this device up to 30 hours on this little microphone. That's going to give you a 32-bit float on this mic with a range of up to 150 meters. That is pretty insane. Everything is adjustable according to this little touch screen that you put onto your camera. So you've got external recording, you've got wireless recording to your cell phone, to your mobile device, be it an iPad, be it a camera, you've got cabling, everything else is in here in this little kit. But obviously you might not want to speak to just one person, so out comes the second unit. So we've gone from a handheld microphone to two lapel mics. Obviously no lavalier cables, and that is probably the one thing that is short. Are you going to be out in the wind? Don't worry, you've got these little wind shields as well. So they simply clip onto the microphones without any hassle, and you've got a little dead cat on there. Lekker. Everything in one convenient system. Everything charges through this unit. So if you stick it back in there, it's actually going to charge that thing. If you need it, you can take this thing apart, you can stick it back in there. But if you need this audio output into your system and you've got a cage, like we highly recommend, if you're going to be shooting video, get a cage for your camera. They are so useful. But you can always have the audio output from this into your camera. So if you want to stick this entire unit on there, you can. But sometimes, just sometimes the clips on the clothing just doesn't work. It's not ideal. It's not going to be a lacquer system. You know, some of the other mic systems out there actually have a magnet. Hold on. There we go, magnets. So you can now stick this via a magnet onto your clothing or your subject's clothing or whoever. So depending on the outfits that the people are wearing or where you want to fix this onto, it's got mic outputs. It's even got a little screw in there, the threading in there, if you want to stick it onto a different stand or a holder or something. It is the most versatile mic kit I have come across. It's got a port in, 3.5mm jack TRS, not TRRS. TRS mic input, so you can run a lavalier cable into this. The lavalier cable, once again, not included in the kit. You've got all the mic outputs there. You've even got an audio out there, and you can just pop this out, press the button, take it out, and even if you put this onto your camera, you've still got a mic or headphone output. So you can even monitor the audio directly from the mic, not through a camera or anything else, directly from the mic, so that you can pick up where or what audio settings going wrong. You've got 2 of these little magnets in the system. This entire kit charges these. It's like it's everything you would have wanted in one kit. It is literally missing the lavalier mic cables. And I mean, these are, but you're gonna, let's talk about losing stuff. I mean, I've got a 9-year-old kid who, if his ankles weren't attached to his body, his feet would have been lost by a mile ago. These little things are all available separately. This is key. You don't want to buy a kit like this and have to pay pretty much the purchase price of a new kit if you lose one component. So Sennheiser have notified us that each of these items are separately available, and that just makes the entire kit so much more useful and practical. I love that everything fits into this thing so neatly. It's so well designed. And once you've got everything stuck together in its little house and system, you simply plug that in to a USB-C, and that charges the entire unit. You can connect that up to your PC. Everything is there. Everything except one thing. The moment you press these buttons, those little mics pop out. That's perfect. That is incredible. As soon as you take it out, it's actually going to be on and recording. You can set it up so that it records, or you can adjust it so that it doesn't record, and then it's just a mic that feeds through to this system. But having that backup is golden. I mean, if something happens to the audio on your video file or wherever, you've at least got the audio in a backup on this thing. That is magical. But I digress. So that one's on. I take this one out. This one's on. I put that down there. That's all fantastic. You want to know what my pain is with this entire system? If I put this thing back in there, and this one back in there, the mics are still on. That is literally the only flaw that I've got with this entire kit. I would have loved if you stick these back in here, that it switches them off again, or at least have the option to adjust it on the menu system of this touch control receiver. It's such an intuitive kit. It is literally the Leatherman, the Swiss Army knife, if you don't know your Leathermans. It's the Swiss Army knife of mics. I have, with all the gadgetry and everything that I've come across, never found a mic system like this before. I'm a huge fan of the Rode products, the quality of the products, the versatility of it all. Man, this gadget, all in one system, love it. Absolutely love it. Get into contact with the go-to guys at Outdoorphoto and come and check these systems out. We've got them, and you would be so surprised if you go and check out the link in the description below to see what these actually cost. I mean, you would think This entire system is super expensive, especially from a brand like Sennheiser. I was blown away by the build quality, the versatility, the usability, the practicality, but especially the affordability if you take everything in this kit into consideration and what you get for the price. Blown away. Sennheiser, what a job. Love it. Approve it. Get into contact with the go-to guys at Outdoorphoto and get one of these in your kit. You will not be sorry. Cheers, guys.